There are a lot of changes happening in my life right now. I just moved from New York to North Carolina about a month ago, and that was a crazy process. Finally settled in, everything's as normal as it could possibly be, but still I'm in a complete new area. I don't know anybody, I don't know anything. I have a lot of figuring out to do. But with that, I also have a lot of changes to make to this YouTube channel. So in today's video, we're going to talk about all of that fun stuff. So let's dive right into it. Click the link in the description and use code MTP20 to get Windows 10 Professional for only $12.60. And while you're at it, save $5 on a $50 PlayStation Network gift card with code MTP5. Check out the description for more information and more discounts. First things first, let's talk about the Shed, aka the Studio. I know a lot of people really enjoyed that series and ultimately want to know the status of it. So here you go. It's still back home in New York. And it's just, yeah, it's still a shed. I just took all the technology out of it and that's it. So the new homeowner has a pretty awesome place to make whatever they want. It has internet, it has electric, it has everything it could possibly need, and it's complete bare bones. So yeah, it's upsetting, but at the same time, I'm going to get something better than a shed to house my studio in. So don't worry about that. And actually, I do have some footage of me taking things apart and getting it prepared for the movers to come. So here are a few random time lapses and clips. All right, one last look at everything we have going on in here. It's kind of a little messy, but it's okay because obviously we're taking it apart. Yeah, some stuff I never really got to set up. Finally gonna put this to good use somewhere where it'll get used very often. Can't wait to use all these speakers and monitors and TVs in my own place. I mean, trust me guys, it's going to be absolutely epic. And yeah, so this desk, I guess I'll quickly explain. It's really not for me. It's not, yeah, it doesn't work for me. So basically, I'm donating it to the high school I went to. I've actually donated quite a few things there already, and so I thought this would make sense. It's going into the video production room, and yeah, it's perfect for that. You know, I have all these racks, the slide out drawer, desk thing, all this crazy stuff. They're gonna have a good time using it. I could do without it, but it is a $3,000 desk, and so it did help the whole clickbait sort of vibe going on in here. But yeah, let me go get my brother and let's start packing everything up, which just sounds crazy to say. All right, so we got the desk out. It's currently at the curb so that the school can pick it up. And where's Tom at? Everyone wants to know where Tom is. Here he is.
Yeah, I've been unemployed for that.
Okay, so it is June 6th, 2019, and this is the current status of the shed. I have to say it's pretty crazy not to see the big TV up here or even just the monitors, but everything is right here. Tomorrow is the big day. The movers are coming and taking everything, so all of this stuff will be thrown into the truck. Well, hopefully not thrown. That's probably not the best word to use. It's crazy, but it's time for it to happen. This could be my last time in the shed, unless tomorrow I come in and check it out when it's empty. I haven't decided if I'm gonna vlog any of that because it's gonna be a little hectic, but here we go. Now, going based off of that, you're probably wondering if I still live with my parents, and the answer is yes. The reason for that is I'm actually just getting used to the area, learning about it, figuring out if this is where I want to buy my first house. I was actually already pre-approved for a mortgage, and for the amount that I was approved for, I could get a crazy cool house here because obviously the cost of living compared to New York is like, and that was the main goal. Moving here, the whole point was to get a fresh start and actually be able to start my own life. Back in New York, $2,000 a month would get you someone's basement with a little kitchen and bathroom and a little bedroom, and that's it. Meanwhile, for half of that, I can have a mortgage for a $250,000 house. So yeah, buying a house is a very real thing. It's the next step, I would say, in my life. I don't want to rent. I don't want to just throw my money out the window. I know for a lot of people that's the best option, but for me, I'm grateful. I live with my parents for now, and eventually I'll own a house, and all that money will actually make sense because I'll own something. When the process of buying a house actually begins, I'm going to document all of it on this YouTube channel. It's going to be so awesome, whether I'm just looking at houses or I'm actually submitting an offer or I'm starting renovation or I'm just adding something to like the backyard or I'm turning a dining room into an arcade, whatever I end up doing, because I do have plans that are pretty weird and crazy. And yes, I kind of want it to be bachelor-esque, but the whole idea is to just document it on this YouTube channel, get some cool products sent out from crazy companies, and just have a good time, you know, get feedback from you guys, and we'll see what happens with it. Not only will I be making content about buying my first house, I will also stop making setup videos. I know that might sound crazy, but originally when I started the YouTube channel Swashin, that was not the intent. The intent was to be videos related to a website that I was building at the time. The website was called Swashin, which just so happened to mean stuff we all should have instantly, because swash didn't really sound good, and then instantly it was like, oh, it's the internet. Anyways, I actually had Swashin TV, the web show, where I had different co-hosts and I would talk about different products and events and things like that.
Welcome to Swashin TV with your host, Matt Philly.
And then eventually I started Pimp My Setup in August of 2013, which is just insane to think about.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to Pimp My Setup. It's a brand new show.
That stuck. People started to watch. The first few episodes, no one was watching. I had maybe like 3 views per video. And then finally, one video did good and the next one did good. And all of a sudden, I was growing like crazy.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Pimp My Setup episode 1, recorded live on November 4th, 2014.
I had Barnacles on when I had 3,000 subs, and all of a sudden we started to pick up momentum, and then all of a sudden I had Linus on, and I grew 12,000 subs in one day thanks to him, because he gave me a freaking shout out in one of his videos.
My recent appearance on Pimp My Setup, which you can check out here, by the way.
And it just kept going on. We had all these crazy cool people. We had Snazzy Q, Jay's 2 Cents, like all these awesome tech figures, and we had so much fun, and it was a great show, and I was so passionate about setups at that time, and it really was just like a dream come true. I loved it. I made money. I was just having a good time. And now, the last 2 years, I would say, I can't find, I don't have the passion for it. I don't have the spark. It doesn't work for me anymore. And that's fine. People change, people grow. And ultimately, I've done over 450 live episodes of Pimp My Setup in my time. And that is more than I should have ever done, ever. I thought taking a break after season 2, which was just 280 episodes in itself, I thought if I came back later on, I would be kind of back to my normal self. I know, you can't believe it. Pimp My Setup is finally back. Didn't work out. After 9 episodes, I was like, no. And then I finally came back with a new show called Setup Addicts, and I thought, you know what? I changed the name, the branding, all that stuff. It should get me back into the mood of it.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the first episode of Setup Addicts.
Well, 10 episodes later, I can tell you it didn't. It didn't matter. I had fun, but I didn't really care about the content. And what's the point of making content if you're not even enjoying yourself? I wasn't doing it for subs or for views or for ads or anything like that. I was ultimately just trying to get myself back into something that I loved to do. I mean, I used to do 3 episodes a week of Pimp My Setup, and I looked forward to each and every single one. I would go out to the shed and I'd be so excited to start streaming and talking to everyone on Twitch. And I couldn't find that spark anymore.
Here we go. All right. On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submit for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact.
Yo.
You all set up and ready for the show, Tom?
Yes, sir. Nothing but the best, sir.
This is the official end of Setup Addicts, the official end of Pimp My Setup, and the official end of like the 37 other series that I've made on setups. I don't have any plans to make any setup content in terms of like a dedicated video unless something crazy happens. I don't have any plans. That doesn't mean though that when I buy a house, I'm not going to have an insanely epic setup that I film the whole process of. Like that's still gonna happen. I still love setups. I just don't care to make content about it. There are so many other setup series that you could watch that are great. And I definitely think you should go check those out if that's what you're looking for. And I don't care if you want to unsubscribe. This isn't what you subscribe for. I get that. I already know I'm probably gonna dip under 200K. Totally fine. Ever since I hit 100K, I was like, whatever. I growing up as like a 12-year-old on YouTube.
Hey guys, this is my first video can direct upload.
I was like, man, I just want to be big. And then they started giving out plaques and all this stuff. And I was like, if I can get a 100K subscriber plaque, I will just be so happy. And I did.
Holy crap, this is insane. Wow. Wow, this is insane. I am so grateful and excited and happy. You know, I never thought I'd get this.
And I don't ever think I'll have 1 million subs on any channel. I don't care what happens in the future. I don't think that's ever gonna happen. So I got what I wanted. I'm happy. It's okay if you unsubscribe. Really, subscribers don't even matter anymore. It's about how many views you have, because a lot of these people have over 1 million subs and they don't get views, and who cares? Who cares? I know there aren't a lot of people that even watch me anymore. And I know that, you know, some people will be like, damn, you know, I really enjoyed watching that. It was nice to have on in the background or whatever the case is. And to those people, I greatly appreciate all of your support over these years, whether you've been watching since early Pimp My Setup season 1, that's not even on YouTube anymore, or you've just been watching for the last 3 or 4 months. Whatever the case is, I really do appreciate it, guys. It's just not me anymore. And I don't want to keep feeding you, you know, bullshit videos. That's really what it comes down to. So future content, stay tuned. It's going to be vlog style. I'm not talking like clickbait, and I'm not talking daily. I'm just saying it's going to be an insight into my life, whether that's, you know, when I'm doing the whole house thing, or I'm just going out with my truck, or whatever the case is. It's just going to be fun, and it's going to be something I could look back on and be like, wow, I'm happy I recorded that. I already know that for the month of September, I'm going to be in Orlando the entire month. I got an Airbnb. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to go to Disney World a lot. And so that's most likely going to be in my vlogs. And yeah, I'm just going to enjoy life, and I'm going to upload what I want, and I don't care. It could get 500 views. It could get 1 million views. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm enjoying myself, it's all good. If you want to keep up to date with me, definitely go follow me on Snapchat. It's just swashin. That's where I kind of post what I'm doing every day. But additionally, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All those links are down below. If you feel the need to unsubscribe, that's totally fine. Again, no hard feelings. Go ahead and do that. And I hope you have a great life. And I hope that the content you did watch, you enjoyed. And that is all. With that said, I'm Matt Philly, and you're not. Get out of my face. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop.